This may sound a bit juvenile, but can I hold your hand?
I just want more this.
Why do you love me?
Because I came alive when I met you.
We don't have to contrive drama with cruelty and dishonesty.
Rageaholic.
I'm not a rageaholic.
I used to dream about you getting hit by a cab or poisoned.
Oh, that's nice.
Falling in love is a beautiful thing. Staying in love is a difficult thing. And there's already meat there.
I'm scared.
Me too.
Can we model kindness and decency more?
Return of May.
Hello and welcome to Cinema Therapy. I'm Alan Seawright, a professional filmmaker who needs therapy.
And I'm Jonathan Decker, a licensed therapist who loves movies. What's going on?
I would like you to rank, just be rank. I would like you to smell bad.
Okay.
I would like you to
Done.
rank.
Hi there, you big stinky poop face guys.
I would like you to rank some romantic comedies
Ooh.
in terms of quality of relationship, not necessarily quality of film.
So this is a follow-up to our ranking 90s rom-coms. Are we doing 90s again, or where are we at?
We're gonna move up to the aughts. There's more 90s. We'll probably get back to it.
We'll
But
circle
we're gonna,
back.
We're gonna
Okay.
do the 2000s.
Okay.
Right up until they stopped making romantic comedies.
All right. Least healthy to most healthy.
We're gonna go least to most.
What are our movies?
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Okay.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Right.
The Proposal.
Okay.
Return to Me, and My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Ooh, okay.
I assume that one's gonna be at the top. But we'll find out.
I love a lot of these movies as a movie watching
Yeah.
experience.
And the relationships are hot, stinky garbage.
Three of the five, actually.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, well, let's get started with Sweet Home Alabama.
That's your worst one.
That's the worst one.
That's the worst one.
So he's dragging his feet on signing the divorce papers, and she's trying to hurry things along by being as terrible as possible, and here we go.
Correct.
What the hell is this? Chick food?
Light beer. Less calories. I tried to pick out a new bed, but have you been to the...
That is the correct response, though.
Yuck. I suppose I'll just have to order something from New York.
Whatever blows your dress up, darling. You go right ahead and spend your money.
Oh, but darling, I thought you said we should think of it as our money.
I
Just
don't
a
like
guess.
this movie, but this shot,
Joint checking flashing in your...
I laughed so hard the first time I saw this shot. Shared checking account.
Yeah.
Man, so, not in a great place.
So this is my least favorite romantic comedy trope. Woman is in a relationship with a wonderful person, falls for an absolute jackass,
Uh-huh.
who by the end is an okay person, but not as good as the original.
Correct, yeah.
Yay? Remind me, why is he dragging his feet on the divorce again? Because he still loves her, but he doesn't know how to just flat out tell her, so he's a real dick about it. Isn't that the movie?
I honestly don't know. The script says that,
Yeah.
but none of the characters' actions say that, which
Yeah.
is how you can tell this is a bad script.
So here's my issue. Just communicate. Being direct and
Yeah.
straightforward. Hey, it's probably too late, and you found love, and I'm happy for you. I want you to know I'm still in love with you. If there's a part of you that wants to give us another chance, I'm game. And if not, then I'll sign the divorce papers because I want you to be happy. Because that's what love is.
Oh,
It's not territorial. It's not claiming somebody against their will. It's not keeping them with you against their will.
but that's not overly stupidly dramatic.
Yes.
Could definitely use some couples counseling if they're going to have a remotely healthy relationship, yeah?
Yeah, they've got a lot of baggage to unpack and some bad communication habits to unlearn.
Yep.
A therapist would definitely help with that.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. Aha, we snuck it in there. You didn't think it was going to happen, but it happened.
BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who is trained to listen and to give you helpful, unbiased advice.
To get started, click the link below or go to betterhelp.com/cinematherapy and fill out the questionnaire to assess your specific needs.
Then you'll get matched with a therapist in most cases in 48 hours or less. That's faster than a weekend trip to Alaska.
BetterHelp has a network of over 30,000 therapists with a wide range of expertise, including salmon fishing?
And they're committed to helping you find a therapist who's a good fit for you. Compatibility is everything, am I right?
That's why they make it easy to switch to a new therapist, so just in case the first one you get matched to is not a great fit, bada bing, bada boom, you got a new one. No additional cost, baby.
Please do a different take.
You can also choose a time that's convenient for you for your therapy sessions.
And you can choose how you want to do your therapy sessions. A phone call, a video chat, even via messaging.
Whatever's most comfortable for you.
And comfort is Greek for comfort.
Over 4 million people have used BetterHelp to start living a healthier, happier life.
So if you think that you might benefit from therapy because Windex doesn't actually fix everything, click the link below or go to betterhelp.com/cinematherapy.
You'll get 10% off your first month of BetterHelp so you can connect with a therapist and see if therapy is right for you. Or if you really do just need to lose a guy in 10 days.
I'm proud of you, Mel. I'm just sorry I never danced with you at our wedding.
And again, these two actors, charming as
I'm sure this next one's gonna go better for you.
See, this is a nice, healthy, mature conversation.
Jake, I can't do this.
Hey. Can't do this. What is this?
I know.
What can't you do? He was just wishing you well with the man that you've actually chosen. Oh.
What?
Oh.
I don't understand what's happening here.
Raw carnal chemistry. Or love. Carnal love?
Carnival love.
Go home.
Dramatically, it's an effective scene, and he wishes her well in her wedding that's coming up and with the man that she's chosen. But then she says, I can't do this, and you nailed it. Can't do what?
Can't do what? He's being kind and letting you go.
Yeah.
I can't do this. Let me make out with you.
Because he's apologizing and taking ownership, and then he's just like, yeah, I wish you well in your marriage. And she says, I can't do this, and I don't understand the script.
Yeah, the reason you don't understand it is because script bad. We've established a character, and she's doing and saying a thing that doesn't make a whole ton of sense. The only thing that maybe makes sense to me is I can't do this means I can't be emotionally vulnerable with you.
Yeah.
But then why does she kiss him?
Yeah, because they get close. And but that's the thing, is she kisses him goodbye, but she kisses him goodbye like a half an inch from his mouth. Here is an erogenous zone, and here's an erogenous zone. You need to land right there.
Right there
Yeah.
is fine. Kiss the beard area.
Not here or here so much, but right here.
Next is how to lose a guy in 10 days.
I was wondering where you were going to put that in the proposal.
The proposal I put as, I don't know if it's a healthier relationship, but it's a more enjoyable movie for me.
Here's an argument. It's a healthier relationship because they're not lying to each other.
Yes, okay.
They're terrible to each other, but they're not lying
but
about
at least
it.
it's not a lie. So for those who haven't seen this movie,
This is the plottiest plot that ever plotted.
she's a journalist. She's writing an article on the things that women do to sabotage their relationships.
Yep.
So it's how to lose a guy in 10 days. And the idea is, I'm going to find a guy and make him fall in love with me, and then I'm going to scare him off in 10 days.
Sounds needlessly vicious. It's going to be fabulous.
But he's placed a bet that he can stay in a relationship because he's commitment phobic. So now they're both trying to stay together.
And it's also a work thing. He has to prove to his boss that he can make a woman fall in love with him, not just fall in lust with him, so that he can make more ad money as an ad. Listen, it's a plot contrivance. Frankly, it's kind of a fun one. It
is.
doesn't make any sense, but it is fun.
I've seen this before. I've seen it many times. Yeah.
Ooh, would you two like to be left alone?
No.
Maybe you should get a room. You are hitting on our shrink.
No, I'm not.
Not a shrink. Couples therapist.
Pathological flirt.
Jesus, 5 seconds ago I'm gay. Now I'm a pathological flirt.
I sweat when I get nervous.
Which one is it, Andy? Hell, besides, why would I need to hit on another woman? You've got more than enough personalities to keep me completely occupied.
That was hurtful. Okay. Ben, are you ashamed of Andy?
Of course
not
he
ashamed.
is. Of course he is.
I'm not
you
ashamed.
are. How do you think that
I'm
makes
not
me
ashamed
feel?
of
It's like when I talked to his mother. He
Yeah.
freaked out.
No, you did that behind my back. She did behind my back.
I just wanted to say hi.
Andy, you want to talk to my mother? You want to talk?
So this is what the couples therapy often turns into, though, is it's the principal's office, and we're reporting the other person's behavior, trying to get them into trouble.
That is a positive idea, Ben.
It is.
How about it? Andy,
What?
would you like to go to Staten Island?
Okay,
I'm in love with Catherine Hahn. It's okay. My wife's right there. She knows.
we all are.
We all are.
First of all, let's talk about the therapy. I can't even critique this couple's therapy because it's such a caricature of couples therapy.
Well, she's not a real therapist. It's a joke. Like, this is a setup to make it worse so that
Right.
he'll leave the relationship.
But that's my point. Is
Well, yeah.
like, it's not real therapy.
No.
He doesn't know it's not real therapy. And if you're looking for me to comment on this, it's not.
Frankly, this is also a script problem. He should know it's not real therapy.
Right.
He's not this dumb.
Matthew McConaughey, Kate Hudson, really charming, really entertaining. I think this is a really fun movie, and it's entertaining as a movie.
Yes.
It's a terrible love story.
Correct.
Not just because of the plot contrivance, but because the plot mechanics require them to be awful for almost the entire movie.
Oh, you are already falling in love with me.
I'm gonna make you wish you were dead.
By the time they come together, it's not earned because he hasn't seen the real her except for once in a bathroom when they kissed and then had sex.
No, he falls in love with the real her, like falls in like with and is willing to take a chance
yeah.
on for a day. Like they have one good date.
Yeah.
And then 9 days of awful. And then an encounter in a bathroom.
Yeah.
And it is completely unearned at the end.
There's manipulation. There is how can I hurt? How can I wound? How can I drive you crazy?
Nobody likes a Mr. Sniffles.
I know she's pretending for her article, but it reminds me of disorganized attachment. Someone with a disorganized attachment style craves love, craves closeness, but is also terrified to lose it, and so they're constantly testing
Who is she?
Who's who?
The girl you're thinking about.
to see if they will leave, and they ultimately do push them away. And that, if that's you, then you've been through hell. Get some help and support to move into secure attachment.
Yeah.
Now, right smack dab in the middle is The Proposal, which I must say, I love as a movie.
It is hella fun. Like,
Yes.
it's way more fun than it has any right to be.
Again, I'm not ranking the movies, I'm ranking the relationships, and this is another couple that is terrible to each other for most of the runtime of the film. So in this movie, we have a work superior using their position of authority to manipulate another person to pose as their fiance. Using your position of authority to manipulate anybody in any sort of way, but especially romantic, not a great start. Not a great start.
No.
The reason it works for me is, as far as enjoying it, is because of the quality of the actors.
Yes.
And because they show that there is a reason why she has become the way she is.
Yes.
And that there once was a person with softness and compassion there.
There's just enough of a redemption arc that I don't hate it.
And he does fall in love with that person deep inside of her.
Right.
Just take.
Yes. What? What?
Hey.
So the plot contrivance is she's actually Canadian and she's
Andrew.
losing her visa and is going to get deported. That's why she has to get married. And now she's
why are you-
actually being deported.
Panting.
Because I've been running.
Really, from Alaska?
I need to talk to you.
Yeah, well, I don't have time to talk. I need to catch a 5:45 to Toronto.
Margaret.
So I need the boxes to go out today. I want to make sure everything is...
Margaret, stop talking.
Gotta say something.
Okay,
This will just take a sec.
fine. What?
3 days ago, I loathed you. I used to dream about you getting hit by a cab. Poisoned.
That's nice.
Yeah, I told you to stop talking. Then we had our little adventure up in Alaska, and things started to change. Things changed when we kissed. And when you told me about your tattoo. Even when you checked me out when we were naked.
Well, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, you did. But I didn't realize any of this until I was standing alone in a barn, wifeless. Now, you can imagine my disappointment when it suddenly dawned on me that the woman I love is about to be kicked out of the country. So, Margaret, marry me. Because I'd like to date you.
Listen, cheeseball lines are cheesy and terrible unless they're not. That was so much fun. I love that line.
I keep coming back to my feelings about a lot of romantic comedies. They're not guidebooks for healthy relationships, but that doesn't mean you can't get lost in them and enjoy them.
Super fun.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why we go to movies. The issue is that for a lot of people, they're ground zero for learning about
This is their guidebook.
Yes,
Yeah.
right?
If you never want to miss an episode like They're Not Gonna Miss Their Wedding, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell, because this was forced in. It was shoehorned.
I love a good, silly, stupid romantic comedy that's not based in reality. But once in a while, you get to a place where they actually show, oh, this is what a healthy relationship looks like? So we crossed that threshold. My number 2, My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Really? Okay. Here we go.
I'm Greek, right?
Right.
So what happens is, my dad and my uncles, they fight over who gets to eat the lamb brain. And then my Aunt Vula forks the eyeball and chases me around with it, trying to get me to eat it because it's gonna make me smart. So you have 2 cousins. I have 27 first cousins. Just 27 first cousins alone. And my whole family is big and loud, and everybody's in each other's lives and business all the time. Like you never just have a minute alone just to think, because we're always together, just eating. The only other people we know are Greeks, because Greeks marry Greeks, to breed more Greeks, to be loud, breeding Greek eaters.
Wow.
I'm serious. No one in my family has ever gone out with a non-Greek before. No one. And you're just, wonderful. But I just don't see how this is gonna work out. So,
Work out? What's to work out? We're not a different species. Yes, we come from different backgrounds, and hey, here's some news about my life to this point, and it's boring. Then I met you, and you're interesting, and you're beautiful and fun, and you got a weird family. Who doesn't? You know? I just want to spend some time with you.
Okay, here's why this works. Because there's a couple of potential red flags, not about either of them, but about their situation.
Mm-hmm.
Her concerns are genuine and not invalid. Not about Greeks, but just about differences.
Yeah, coming from very, very different families, you're going to have different expectations, right,
Yeah.
going into your marriage.
What you learn
or
about
relationship.
love, what you learn about conflict resolution, how you express these things, what you want out of life, those values, those things all matter. And they matter as much or more than, hey, I find you attractive, we have chemistry, I'm interested in you. Like, you could be great as boyfriend and girlfriend, doesn't mean you're going to have a lifelong relationship with somebody if you don't have compatibility. But here's the thing about compatibility. It's not sameness necessarily.
Right.
It's how well do you go together. The reason they're compatible is because she's got this chaotic family and she's got all of these things that she's concerned about, and he is super chill, go with the flow. They're very different. Somebody else could say to her, hey, your family is intense, your family is wild and crazy, everyone's got a family like that. Hey, we're super different, but I just want to spend some time with you. That person might be walking into a wall without realizing it.
Yeah.
Because they're not actually assessing the situation. The difference is he is assessing the situation and he knows he can handle it because he's so chill about life. Question for you all at home. You may have noticed in our 90s rom-com and aughts rom-com, a lot of straight white couples. That's largely because that's what was being cranked out, but we want to hear from you. Let's get some diversity in here of LGBT couples, people of color. What are the rom-coms we should be looking at? Let us know in the comments below.
I just feel like we can't get married. Not like this. It's like, when I'm with you, I am so happy. But my family is so unhappy. And our wedding should be this joyous thing, but it won't be for them because it can't be in our church. So let's just go somewhere. Please, let's just go. Let's just go.
Hey, I love you.
Why? Why do you love me?
Because I came alive when I met you.
That's pretty good.
But my family.
It's pretty good.
You're a part of your family. And I'll do anything. Whatever it takes to get them to accept me. Because you're my life now. You're my whole life now. We're not gonna skulk off and get married as if we're ashamed of ourselves. Okay?
Did you say skulk? It was just skulk off. So.
And then he gets baptized Greek Orthodox.
Yep.
Right?
So they can get married in her church,
Yeah.
so that her family can be happy, and it turns into a zoo. And it's so much fun. I love that movie.
So here's why they're my number 2 and not my number 1. Because the behavior that he is demonstrating could be reckless and end badly if he weren't him and she weren't her.
Oh, okay. And they don't know each other well enough to, like, they get lucky is kind of what you're saying?
The fact is, he says, you're part of your family, and I will do whatever it takes to be accepted by them.
Echo Trea Arhedia.
But he's not just saying it because it sounds good, and in his heart he's doubting it, or
no, he's putting in the work.
Yeah, like he's fully committed. So when he says that, it's not a campaign promise.
Right.
You know, because if somebody said that as a campaign promise because they didn't want to lose this person, and so they're like, yeah, I'll get baptized Greek Orthodox, but in their heart they're kind of like, is this really what I want to be doing, or can I fulfill? He has no doubt that he'll be able to fulfill. Also, he's not a religious person. So for him getting baptized Greek Orthodox, it's a cultural step, and he's happy to do it. The reason it works for them is because a relationship is a balance between what do I want for us and what do I want for me.
Right.
And what do you want for us and what do you want for me? If he had a lot of things he wanted for him that he was just giving up, that might circle back to bite them.
Right.
But literally all he wants is her. Mm-hmm. And so everything else is just like, go with it, you know, and that's why that works. Now my number 1, I adore this movie.
I hadn't seen it until we were prepping for this episode.
It's so good.
Crap, it's so good, guys.
Return to Me, Minnie Driver, David Duchovny. It flew under the radar, was not a big hit, and is likely my favorite romantic comedy since Roman Holiday with Audrey Hepburn. It's
so good.
So here's the plot. David Duchovny's wife passes away. She's an organ donor, and her heart goes to Minnie Driver, who needs a heart to survive. And then by plot mechanics, what are the odds? They find each other, they fall in love. But he falls in love with a woman who carries his deceased wife's heart.
It's only a city of 9 million people. They were bound to run into each other eventually.
You okay? I was worried about you last night.
I'm going away.
What?
I'm going away.
Why? Well,
I should have told you something. I didn't have the courage to tell you. Like a little over a year ago, I had surgery. I had a heart transplant.
oh my God. I thought you were going to say you were a man or something.
Oh, that didn't age well.
No.
You're okay now. You're fine. You're healed. You could have told me that.
I should have told you, I know. I'm really sorry I didn't. And I found this. I found this in your house.
It's a note she wrote to the family of the donor that gave her the heart.
I'm going away tonight, so you won't be reminded. I didn't know. I didn't know that. I swear to God, I didn't know. I'm so sorry. I wanted to say I'm sorry.
I gotta go. Sorry, I gotta go.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta walk.
Okay.
So, what I like is that in a lot of romantic comedies, one person has to be a total jerk when they hear news that they weren't prepared for.
Yeah.
And he doesn't reject her. He doesn't lash out at her.
No, he's just overwhelmed.
He's just overwhelmed. I need to go for a walk. because he went through a trauma of losing his wife. The odds of this are astronomical, but now the person he loves is also a daily reminder of his loss.
Yes.
Right? It's a trauma trigger. The thing I love about this movie is they're so respectful. This was like consent way before we had a lot of conversations about consent.
This may sound a bit juvenile, but can I hold your hand?
And I remember, I guess I was 18 or 19 when it came out, seeing it with some friends and people like, oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, if you have to ask, like, it's not even real.
Yeah, but it's just so incredibly sweet and respectful. And honestly, it's a breath of fresh air with so many romantic comedies built on disrespect.
Yes.
And built on just being cruel and mean and nasty to each other, that this couple, the entire time, are just delightful to each other. And I'm not saying they don't have human slip-ups or they don't have moments of being short-tempered or whatever, but it's not nasty.
Yeah. The only real sort of relationship drama is this, right? She didn't tell him that she received a heart.
She sees it as ugly. Like, this is an ugly thing that happened to me, because it's a traumatic thing for her as well.
It's traumatic and horrible. So it's completely understandable. Like, her not wanting to share that makes sense. I don't watch the movie and go, ugh, just tell him. It's like, no, I get it. I get why you're doing that.
And then she finds out, oh, the heart that I have, because she finds her own note in his house that she wrote to the family of, I'm so sorry for your loss, but your loss means I get to live. And I'm so grateful.
All of it is believable, understandable drama. And like, this is where if you put in the work, you get to have the drama.
Yeah.
But it's not lazy. It's not contrived. You get to have your one crazy cosmic coincidence in a movie, right?
Yeah.
This has one, but everything else is believable and fun, and the character choices make sense.
I just want more this. Like, we don't have to contrive drama with cruelty and dishonesty. Like, falling in love is a beautiful thing. Staying in love is a difficult thing. And there's already meat there.
Plenty of drama to be had, plenty of comedy to be had. I think we should pretty much just let Bonnie Hunt write and direct everything now.
And so you think if a movie is just sweet, top to bottom sweet, then it gets saccharine, and it never does.
No. It's again, because all of the supporting people and everyone around them are like the little dashes of salt on the salted caramels, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It's just keeping it lively.
Yeah. I love, if you haven't seen Return to Me, both of us.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, fantastic. So until next time.
Marry me because I'd like to date you.
Princess Sophia is Greek. And watch movies,
I guess. We want to thank our patrons, people who get extended director's cuts, this one's really long, and a bunch of other stuff like behind the scenes and fun sketch comedy and all kinds of, it's awesome. People like this person.
Nina Weir?
Unicorn 235.
Alex B.
Catriona Quigley.
Rachel Jones.
I think you can make a bomb out of Unicorn 235.
I'm just laughing because you pointed down here and said this one's really long, and I'm 12 years old and I think that's funny.